Have you ever been told this is the way you should live your life? So what do you do? G'day and welcome to Small Steps Through Life. Today we're at Battle Hill and I'm looking at the idea of when people tell us how to live our lives, what do we do? Some of us are going to listen to it and think, yep, those are good ideas, I'm going to do it. And some of us think, well, it's my life, I'll live it my way. Which is right? Often the answer is somewhere in between. We live our lives, each of us, and so we've got to be responsible for the outcomes. If something doesn't work, we're going to be the ones that suffer. If something works differently and better, we're going to be the ones that get benefit. There might be second level impacts, but I'm looking at just the first level impacts. So if we look at it from the point of view that we're the ones being impacted, it would be wise of us to choose which we do for each use case. So it might be that when it comes to cooking bacon, listening to instructions from others might be a very good idea. But it may not be quite so good when it comes to making coffee that we particularly like. Sometimes it is a good idea to choose, to listen to advice, evaluate, sometimes accept and sometimes reject. The hard part about that is in some things, not like coffee and not like bacon, but in how we live our lives, in how we interact with others. There's often a lot of pressure to conform, to be like everybody else. And surprisingly, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for some of us because we see the world differently. But what does that mean? Does it mean we're wrong? Or does it mean we're different? One of the things I think we make the mistake of thinking is there's so many people like other people that we are different. And then we think, therefore, somehow we're the defective ones. What we are is the different ones. We see things from a different perspective, and that's good and bad. Or it just is. And the good thing about it being just is that we're going to have insights that other people aren't. We're going to have blind spots that other people don't have. But if we work together with other people, we're going to get a much, much greater view of the world. So, if you think you're all alone, you're the only person different than everybody else, there are a lot of us out there. I think of myself as one. Do I mind? At times I do. It is hard to be alone. But I recognise that it's not true. What it is the people that are different in how they see the world aren't so heavily represented. And even if there were several of us in a crowd, we wouldn't necessarily agree. So it would look like we're a whole lot of, or a very low number of different people. In fact, there's a lot of us, and we can take joy in the fact that some people like working together and being very similar to other people, and others like experimenting, walking in the bush on tracks unmarked. Both are good, and both have the capability to move our world forward, our society forward, and our lives forward. They both bring different opportunities. So whichever you are, take joy in it, grow it, see what you can do with it. And on that note, I'm going to say, see you later.